Okay, a little bit slower this time. So you've done your prepare, your first strike. Now these blocks, a lot of people perform them like this, only at the shoulder. Okay, very taxing, very small muscles, very weak. All right, we want to block with the whole body. So you want to get your body into the block. Not only will it be more effective if you try this for real, but it will also be faster because you're whipping everything instead of using that tension at the shoulder to wax on or off. Okay, so one, as I turn, see how I reinforce with all of my back muscles here. I let it fall in towards the center, push out, and now I'm cocked and ready for the reverse hand, and the same thing the other side. So I come this way, I turn the hips here, and I'm sort of coming this way, right? This way, here. Okay, so one. See how I'm open, closed. All right, so use that whipping mechanic. So if you just leave your arms dangling, notice I kind of do this already. So let it be loose. Let it be like water. Flow. All of the intention is happening here. This is just along for the ride. Now the other part of flowing in Ryuei-Ryu is the footwork, right? Tsugiashi and okuriashi. So here, I'm going to be running myself over, right? So you don't want to stop moving. Once you go, sort of gallop stepping, you're sort of chasing your own feet. That's what gives the beginning of this kata so much urgency and dramatic drive, right? You start with this very slow, flowy prep, and then you explode into this train wreck of a movement, right? Here. Step, step up. So I'm stepping offline and then shuffle stepping through. You just got to blend the transitions between them to make it flow. One. As soon as I arrive in the previous stance, I'm moving on to the next one. Charge forward. You got to keep your legs underneath you to move quickly, right? If you're taking these super long stances, it's going to take so much longer. So Ryuei-Ryu is a more natural style. Stay up. Now this section here, this is a nukite, right? Block the arm, come underneath here. Front kick. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to sweep cross, and I'm crossing my body this way to load up this arm, cross, out, and as I go out, I'm getting ready for that front kick. So as I come around, one, two, I'm blocking as I come around, and as soon as I hit that block, I finish it. So it'll look like one thing, right? Circle, 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 pull straight in. Circle, 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 exchange them. Then we have this back section. Press, kick forward, switch. I'm really coming up and underneath. Now here, this hand is going to fold inward and spin us around, right? So I'll show you that from the back. I've done my 1, 2, I step across. Now this hand is going to initiate the turn. It's going to beat me there, right? My torso turns because I'm pressing this way. Kick here, and I draw this hand up, right? Comes from below, up, here, out. So pull everything in, fold in, right? Like you're an ice skater. Ice skater, they pull themselves together and they spin faster. So do that with yourself. Small, get small. Suck it all in to then send it back out, right? The hips come here and now you're loaded up, ready to fire out, right? Then we have this section. Block, step offline, here like you're sweeping a front kick. Deliver your own. So I'm here, step back, step off center line as I sweep down, replace my own kick, exchange the hands. Same thing other side, right? As I turn around, I cross, I fold together, and I press out with the hips and the back. Here, my hips are open. Back, again, step offline. And I'm not stepping as far out as I can, right? Only enough to get my vital organs off center. Or I guess I should go like this. Right, if you miss by an inch or you miss by a mile, you missed. So you might as well save yourself the return trip. Then we've got my least favorite section, the ippon single finger. I don't like it. I don't believe you should train it. Now, I'm going to draw in. I'm not just pulling the arm in, doing something fancy. The hip drives first. Hip draws this in so that we create a big stretch that we can then exploit to here. Now, what we're doing here, maybe a little too quick for you to see. Pull. All right, so again, using the arms is not going to work for this. It's going to take too long. It's going to be too muscular, and it's going to be slower, right? So take that tension out. It doesn't help you. Here, draw, fold it, send it out, twitch, bring it back. And now as I drive this hand out, I'm going to use this counter rotation to help whip into the next movement. Hips, hip drives forward. Use your big muscles, your big hips to throw this, counter rotate so that when you pull that hip in, it drags your arm back for you. My feet shorten. I pull that up towards me, and sucking everything in towards the middle lets me really rotate this around very quickly. So as soon as you hit this, you can start moving back. Okay, you put it all together. And the other side, okay? One. Here. And then, again, same sort of principle, right? You don't want to show this big grab and show me how quickly you can take this person down to the ground. Okay, so as soon as you reach here, and I'm opening and dropping this hip. It's like if you jumped with zero height, right? Step, reach, fold everything. It feels like I'm going like that. Folding my upper arms close to my chest. Collapsing. Just collapse at the joints. Let everything else remain tall. Here, reach. As soon as I hit the peak, I'm twitching down. Right? If I grab Bob and hold on to him, he has time to prepare his weight to resist the grappling. If I grab him immediately, by the time he knows I've grabbed him, he's already over my hip. There is a one-dimensional spider, 1 atom thick underneath your foot. Boom! Smash it. Okay, now this next section here, Kansetsugeri, block. Again, we're not chopping with this arm. I can only generate a small amount of force here. But if I push with my hips, drive my hip, again, same principle. I'm driving the back muscles, the hips and shoulders counter rotate here. It'll be subtle, but there should be some amount of movement here. And what you can do is, you don't want this knee to wiggle. So all of this happens in the hip crease. From this angle here, here, right? The position of the knee over the foot does not change. The thigh doesn't really move. I mean, it moves a tiny bit, but it's pretty much aligned here, and all of this action is happening in the hip. And it can be small. As long as you get that impulse out, the strike will be much more effective. So here, here. Now here, again, I'm not really trying to show my work. I'm not trying to go, ugh. Here. All I do is drag through, flip the arms as they cross the midline. Here. Right? We flow like water, but water doesn't go everywhere. Water sticks to itself, right? So stick to yourself, stay close, stay connected. All of this is happening here, here, close to my center where I'm the strongest, right? If you try and throw someone from here, it's going to be a lot easier than if you try and throw them like this. And these are really loose until I solidify the hands. So they can ride very easily, quickly, right? The key to speed is being relaxed. Right, and I've got my hands cocked up because that's what the kata says. I've also learned a version where you keep your fists straight. Kind of like that version better. Shh, don't tell Sakamoto sensei. All right, and you have your other Kansetsugeri. So again, you have these expanded postures, but you want to fold through the center to move most directly, right? If I came at you like this, you'd kick my ass because clearly I can't fight. All right, but I fold through the center, expand. Fold through the center, expand. Okay, Kansetsugeri here. Now, I don't love the idea of striking with your wrists unless your job is to make your hands into weapons, which you don't need to do. Okay, let's be honest, no matter who you are, you don't need to do it. I don't necessarily buy striking with the wrists. It's very vulnerable. A lot of ligaments cross here, ones that you need for your hands. So if you've texted today, if you've typed today, if you wrote an email, okay, you probably do not want to bash all of your ligaments. Well, what do I know, right? So it's more about the principle. I strike here, I can fold over and pull, right? I can sweep, I can do, it's a pivot point. So I believe personally, and since I'm your sensei today, you're going to listen, this is less about striking and more about creating a pivot point that you can roll around and you have options. Okay, so 1, 2, press down, grab, right? Look at where my hand is relative to my body. What do you think I'm grabbing here? Okay, here, and now you're going to take it from them and launch your microphone across the room. Okay, 1, 2, 3, press, grab the junk, grab the throat. And super cool pose to end, because that's what karate is about, looking cool. If you use your entire body, let your limbs be relaxed, and put your inflection at the correct points of the strikes, of the movements, you will achieve maximum speed. Be easy, roll through things, right? You want no transitions. That's how water works. Water doesn't flow like that. It keeps going. Even if it hits resistance, it rolls over and changes direction. So if you use visualization to imagine yourself like water, okay, the more organic and flowing it feels, the more you will communicate the point of this style and these movements. Be like water, my friends.